What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the eMoney channel where we learn to think and grow young minds. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys a story of how I saved $5,000 going through basic training and how you can do the same thing. Alright, first off, for all those new recruits going through basic training, the first thing you're going to do when you get there is in processing. During in processing, you're going to go to this financial section. And this is where you're going to set up your TSP contributions, your direct deposit information, and all of that good stuff. So the first thing you need to make sure you do is that you allocate a certain amount of your base pay. Since your expenses are going to be taken care of, you need to allocate a certain amount of your base pay into your savings for later on in life. Now, this is going to be different for everybody because you may have parents at home that you take care of, or siblings that you take care of, or you may have dependents. So the amount that you allocate is going to be different for everybody. Me personally, half of what I made in basic training went straight to my retirement check. Now, while you're in basic training, you get this thing called an Eagle card. It's going to be about $300 or $400. I can't remember exactly how much it is. And that's going to pay for the majority of your expenses. It comes out of your check anyway, so you might as well use it for the things at the PX that you're going to need, like toothpaste, soap, shower shoes, all of those things. Use it for that. Don't use your own money. Also, when they come around and do these like yearbook things or get these clothes, just know that you can get all that stuff on base after you graduate basic and after you get out of or you go into AIT. And while you're in basic, it's very it's upcharged a lot, and it's kind of a waste of money. I've seen a lot of people blow like thousands of dollars on trying to get like new clothes and stuff like that. While you're in basic, it may feel good just because you've been used to wearing the same thing, doing the same thing, and being told what you can and cannot do. It's like a little ounce of freedom, and people get carried away with it. But just do the smart thing, kind of budget your money, have a plan, and don't spend it on unnecessary things. All right, moving back to the TSP. The TSP is a lot better, I've heard, than the retirement and savings plan that they had in the Army beforehand, before I joined. It allows you to kind of allocate what you want. Right now, I'm heavy into the stock market just because recently, like, the stock market was down because of COVID and everything. So I switched up my TSP allocation from the basic allocation or the basic investments that they had for me, and then I put it mainly into the stock market. Now that the stock market's starting to pick up, probably in the next year, I may switch it over and kind of get back into the long-term retirement investments that they have set. But as for now, the stock market on average, it yields like a 10 or 11% yield per year. So I think that's definitely a safe bet, even if you don't go into like the ones they have automatically set for you. These things I think you don't get to kind of change or allocate until after you graduate basic training, because you're not going to have access to a computer to check your TSP and things like that. The next thing I want to talk about is not keeping money in your bank account and setting up automatic investments. So apps like Stash, Acorns, just automatically invest a certain amount from your check every week or so, every month or so while you're in basic, because your food is going to be paid for, your housing is going to be paid for. You may need a couple of little things from the PX, but like I said, you have that Eagle card, so you're not necessarily going to need it. And all of those things that you're going to need for your uniform, those come out of your check beforehand. So like those are never going to come out of a bank card. So I recommend you set up those recurring investments so you can set money to the side. So when you come out of basic, you have a nice little stockpile of money saved up. You got a retirement account going, or you've got like another savings account to where you have money to the side that's growing in the stock market or growing in whatever investment it is. And it's not just sitting there, the bank's using it to make money and you're not getting anything out of it. All right, now I'm going to contradict myself just a little bit. I know I said that you don't want to necessarily have money in the bank, but I do think you should keep some money in the bank. So when you do get out of basic training, you're going to have family day, which is basically where your family gets to come visit you. You guys get to go to the PX on base. You guys might get an off-base pass to where you can go to some of the stores outside the base. In that case, you want to have money, and you did just go through this like hard, rigorous training. So you want to have money to spend on yourself and kind of treat and reward yourself. All right, the last thing I want to tell you guys is don't be the Army stereotype. I see so many people do it, bro. There's like so many instances where people get out of basic training, they did all this work to save up the money, and then the first thing they want to do is go buy a new car, or the first thing they want to do is go party and blow it with girls. When you guys finish basic and AIT and go to your duty station, keeping the same practices and the same discipline that you learned throughout that training, keep those same practices going, because it's only going to help you later on in life. And that's what the military does. It structures people to become leaders, to be disciplined. So don't just let that go and just blow all your money. You worked hard and you went through that training. You were saving the whole time. You were away from your family. Like, let that be your building block, your foundation to the things that you're trying to achieve in life. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. I hope it was helpful for all the new people going into basic as trainees. Make sure you guys drop comments below. I can make a separate video on what to expect going through basic training and my experiences in basic training. Besides that, if you have questions about anything else, if you guys want to suggest video ideas, drop it down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.